All right, I'm here with B Brian Blair of the Killer Bees. Thank you for joining me today here on Toned In Entertainment. You are actually in one of Squared Circle's comic books.
I am.
Did you think back in the 80s when you were wrestling that you would be in your own comic book?
Maybe not in the 80s. Well, you know, when the LJN action figures first came out, Tony, I knew that there was a lot of life in different things. You know, we'd start seeing us in Cracker Jack boxes. You know, you'd pull out a thing and you'd have the Killer Bees, or you'd have the Ugandan Giant, or Coco Beware, or whomever. So toys and things started evolving, and the natural evolution, comic books. So I never actually thought comic book, but I didn't think, you know, that's not out of the realm. Right.
And, you know, I want to ask you, what exactly happens in this comic book? Can you give us a little synopsis of what goes on here?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. If you ever watch B Brian Blair, the Killer Bees, and you want to know my true life story in animation, that's exactly what this is. It's the very true, I mean, from, you know, my first dreams of being Superman and jumping off the bed, hitting my head, and you know, playing sports in school, and, you know, doing the things you do when you grow up, and then how I actually broke into the business and became B Brian Blair. And you know, there's a lot of sweat and tears in here, a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, a lot of tremendous drawings.
Yeah. Who was one of your favorite wrestlers that you used to like to get into the ring with, or as a tag team wrestle against?
Well, as a tag team with the Hart Foundation, also Morocco and Adonis were good together. A lot of great tag teams. Jumpin' Jim and I worked with. Single-wise, I would say even Bret Hart in a single match of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Tony was my favorite opponent.
Right. I watched a match about...
And Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude, yeah.
And Jimmy Garvin.
Yeah.
I got to keep going. There's so many.
The list can go on for on. I actually watched a match with you the other day on YouTube against Iron Mike Sharp back in the day.
I loved Iron Mike. Oh, Iron Mike could go. He was the last guy in the shower. He's famous for being the last guy in the locker room.
Okay.
You know, he's gotten locked in 2 different gyms. It's like gymnasiums or buildings where wrestling was going on because he showered so long. The maintenance guys or whoever closed the building locked Iron Mike in.
Okay. Last question here. If there was one tag team that the Killer Bees could ever go out against that you never wrestled against, it could be current day or past, who would you like to have a match with?
Probably the Briscoes. I think the Briscoes and the Killer Bees could have a tremendous match.
Okay, that's a good answer. Yeah, I think you and maybe like the Usos nowadays would have a great match.
Yeah,
but
Usos too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
or the Young Bucks too, or the Young Bucks. Yeah.
Young Bucks, yeah, you know, they're good baby faces. You know, there's a lot of things you could do. I mean, one of my favorite matches actually is Young Bucks and Briscoes. One of their tag matches that I saw recently. But there's so much good talent right now, Tony.
It really is.
It's amazing. But what I really work hard for is the Cauliflower Alley Club.
Okay.
You can join the Cauliflower Alley Club for $25. If you like wrestling, go to Cauliflower Alley Club, like a cauliflower ear or cauliflower the vegetable. Alley, ALLEY, Club, CLUB.org, caulifloweralleyclub.org. For $25, you can get 4 copies of this newsletter that you can't get on the internet, and you help all the wrestlers that have fallen on hard times. But not only do you get the 4 copies of this for $25, you get a certificate that's beautiful, so suitable for hanging. I have one in my awards room that I'm very, very humbly proud of. And again, I work very hard for the Cauliflower Alley Club because we have so many wrestlers that have fallen on such horrible diseases like Kamala. You know, he lost his legs from diabetes. You saw that, Tony?
I've seen that, yeah.
So, you know, we just raised money for him, for Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, Paul Orndorff, who, you know, has gone through stage 4 cancer and all kinds of medical issues, and he was about to lose his house, and the Cauliflower Alley Club stepped up, but that's what we do. And then we have the most outrageous party. We're getting ready to have our 55th in April 2020. The one that we just had in 2019 was just, once you go once, yeah, you'll be hooked. I mean, we have rooms for $43. You know, you go there, the whole event costs $125, and that includes meals and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
So anyway, caulifloweralleyclub.org. It's always a pleasure to be on your show, Tony. I'm grateful, man. Comic books are awesome, and so are you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm definitely going to put a link below for your organization here, and a link to where you guys can actually check out the comic book as well. So thank you, B Brian Blair, for joining me here on Toned In Entertainment, where we talk everything pop culture, and we'll see you guys on the next video. All right.
Keep on buzzing.
All right. Yes, keep on buzzing, definitely.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.